And we end this half hour with some news from here in France, where the culture minister, Rachida Dati, has made headlines this a while ago when she suggested the idea of a €5 entrance fee for the Notre Dame cathedral. But with less than 3 weeks to go before the cathedral reopens again to the public after the devastating fire, it seems that question still hasn't been fully resolved. Camille Knight has been looking into this and she's with me now. Camille, are we any closer to a decision on this?
Well, despite the backlash it caused when Rachida Dati initially made those proposals, she's doubling down on her proposal. The culture minister met with bishops last night to discuss the state of France's religious heritage, but it's the Notre Dame entrance fee that definitely took centre stage during that meeting. Now, just as a reminder, Dati wants to use the €5 entrance fee to help preserve France's crumbling churches, saying it would raise up to €75 million per year. Recent reports show a rather worrying picture when it comes to the state of the country's religious heritage. It says 5,000 monuments are at risk and nearly 500 are in such poor condition that they're closed to the public. Now, Rachida Dati used the meeting as an opportunity to reiterate her argument that it would be a beautiful symbol for Notre Dame to save France's churches. Let's take a listen.
I didn't feel that I was merchandising our religious heritage, Archbishop. Far from it. What could possibly be more beautiful, more noble for Notre Dame, rebuilt through collective effort with unprecedented generosity, than to allow it to protect other religious buildings that need to be saved?
So that's Rachida Dati making her argument there, Camille. And look, if her plan goes ahead, would it be a first for France to have a fee for a religious monument?
In general, French religious monuments are free of charge. However, there can be exceptions for specific rooms or areas within those churches or cathedrals, like the crypt, for example, or a bell tower. In the rest of Europe, however, entrance fees for religious buildings are extremely common. Visitors have been paying for years to enter some of the most notable cathedrals in Europe, like Spain, Italy, and the UK. You can see a few examples here. All are more expensive than the €5 proposal for Notre Dame. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona even charging €26 to visitors, and it's definitely helped make money, raising more than €125 million from its almost 5 million visitors in 2023. So it would appear the French church is more attached to principle than the money this change could generate. At the moment, it's local authorities subsidised by the state that pay for most of the restoration works. And as we know, the French government isn't exactly swimming in a lot of cash at the moment.
Well, that is certainly true. How can this be resolved, do you think?
Not easily, because even though the state is the owner of the church, it can't make a unilateral decision on the entrance fee, and that's for a few reasons. The main one is because of the secularism law that ordered the separation of church and state back in 1905. That law states that these churches and cathedrals must remain open to the public and can't be subjected to tax or royalty. So introducing an entrance fee would mean breaking a pretty historic law, and although since it's not part of the French constitution, some legal experts are saying that the government could rewrite it if it was really determined, but that would be quite a drastic step. Another argument put forward by the church is that it would be hard to distinguish between tourists and worshippers. This is something that Dati made sure to highlight, kind of the separation between the two when talking about this entrance fee, but it's possible that to be both at the same time. So it would seem that the only solution would be kind of to handpick the parts of the cathedral to have a fee for, something it's already done in the past, and to distinguish between the places of worship and the places that kind of aren't used for religious purposes, like the towers of Notre Dame, for example. But unless they change this secularism law, it's very unlikely Rachida Dati will legally be able to introduce the entrance fee when it opens in just a few weeks' time.
Yes, that's on December the 7th, I think. Thanks very much. Camille Knight for us there.